Hello ladies and gentlemen, MarauderEX here back with more Let's Play Valkyria Chronicles. We are in Chapter 10, The Liberation of Fouzen. This is going to be a fun chapter because we have two fights in this chapter. So we're starting to branch out a little more. First we're going to learn what the fouzen operation is. Frozen, let it go, let it Valkyria, tanks, anyway, I can't keep the joke up.
We've been given orders for our next mission. The militia's taking back the city of Fouzen.
Fouzen's that big industrial city with all those Ragnite mines, right?
Yes. If we manage to reclaim it, it'll be a shot in the arm to Gallia's productivity.
Sounds good. So what's the plan, boss?
The militia will break up into squads and set up a perimeter around the city. Once that's set, Squad 7 takes the point. Here, look at this.
An armored rail vehicle?
Right. They installed it to defend their hold on the city. Now our mission is to destroy it.
Yeah, okay, so we destroy it. Any idea how we take on a beast like that? Gonna take a lot more than a pack of soldiers marching at it to do that, boss.
Don't worry. We've got some hefty support on this one.
Support? Like who?
You know that Darksons from Empire-held areas have been brought there, right?
I've heard stories, yes. That they're being used as forced labor in the Ragnite mines and weapons factories.
According to Captain Virat, one of the men in the camps is acting as our agent.
Here I get my hopes up and it's just some dark hair? Got any more great news?
So, we were doing so well on the not being racist part, and then Rosie just goes back to being a racist. But also, notice the parallels between the... Oh yes, Darksons from Imperial hold areas are being used in forced labor camps. Totally not a parallel between concentration camps and the Jews in Nazi Germany. Yes, totally not.
What do you mean by that?
I'm just saying, I hope this guy's not as stubborn as someone else we know.
Please stop judging people solely by your preconceptions. All Darksons are different.
Sure could have fooled me. I couldn't tell you dark hairs apart if I tried.
I don't believe you have ever really tried, Rosie.
No, you just didn't.
Oh, no you didn't.
Just drop it already. We're soldiers. We'll do our best out there. If the orders say work with a Darkson, we do.
At least Largo's kind of, you know, growing as a human being.
That said, I ain't making any promises if this guy turns out to be useless. Here?
Kind of.
Well, we can't know for sure until we meet him, but the mission hinges on him. We begin the march on Fouzen at first light. The attack begins at sundown.
So yeah, we get to march to Fouzen, and the side story is called The Concentration Camp. So yes, totally not a parallel. Totally not. Let's see what this is before we jump into this fight, because this fight's going to be less than thrilling. I can guarantee you it's less than thrilling.
Oh, this stench is unbearable.
And it's General Gregor. You know, if someone could look any more like a villain in a Nazi camp, we've got him.
Please, some food, sir. Even water would...
Keep your distance. Presumptuous dark-haired filthy. Where is the one responsible for this hovel?
You rang?
I hear a worker in Sector D has been disobeying his work orders. Would you care to explain this infraction?
He's not disobeying you. He's been sick as a dog for a couple of days now. Folks from other camps working D sector have gotten sick lately too. One's in a coma. That's where they handle Ragnite Refinery. Sure the toxic exhaust's being handled right?
That's no concern of yours or mine. You animals need only be silent and obey.
Let's think of it this way. You drive them to death and the work stops getting done. That doesn't help you much, eh? I'll let you know as soon as he can work. Think you could let him rest for now?
Very well. Have him return to work the minute he's able. And remember, no one would miss the likes of a few of you maggots.
Except for General Gregor, who needs them to, be his forced labor. So you kill all of them and you have no more forced labor. And that's the point! This is why you can't be that completely evil, even if you want to be that completely evil. It's not an infinite resource. As much as you like to think humanity is an infinite resource, no, you work them to death and they stop reproducing. No, I never got that stupid evil mindset. Anyway, let's move on to the infiltration, English, of fouzen. This fight is neat, kind of. Like, we have a whole bunch of mechanics that we're not going to use. That's the long and short of it.
Here is your mission brief.
So, look at fouzen. Empire's defenses will likely be spread across both banks of the river. You'll strike from the south and muscle your way into fouzen as quietly as you can. And no, we're not. We're going to be loud. Fouzen is built along a canyon, so the lay of the land is highly varied. Check your map carefully in command mode. Your objective is simply for you to reach the destination point. Our contact on the inside won't be able to do much without you there. Find him at the labor camp as soon as you're in. Inside the city, you'll find searchlights on the watch and trolley cars. You can ride along the rails. So those little railroad tracks, we can ride those. The problem is you can only take one person at a time, which you would think would, but it has to cycle back around. So they're really not useful. They're really not. They are beyond obnoxious on so many levels. So we're gonna not use those at all. And then if the searchlights spot us, we have mortars or sniper bullets. Mostly mortars. It's gonna be mortars. Darkness will be your best friend out there, but it will also mean limited visibility. So, yes. Welkin reaches the destination is our only victory condition. Failure is Welkin dies, enemy occupies Gallia's base camp, or 20 turns pass. All we have to do is get Welkin there. So the only thing we are going to be focusing on is the tank, which means we are going to put all three of our leader units in to maximize the AP we can get, and then we're just gonna go. Because there's really...
questions? Let's get started. I wish you good luck and happy hunting.
There's really no other point to try it. Like, we're just gonna go in. So let's start.
Our top priority is to get to the rendezvous point. Squad 7, move out!
And since you can get the tank to the rendezvous point, in fact, getting the tank is the easiest way to get to the rendezvous point because of the things that are going to be blocking our path. It's like...
Well, this is fouzen. Looks like a complicated layout.
Let's move carefully here. We don't want to be spotted.
Yes, it's Metal Gear Solid with a tank. That's really it, because... So you can put someone in this trolley car, and it would actually take them up here to this upper level, where there are searchlights and balloons. But the searchlights are actually aiming down here on the ground. But up here on this ridge are multiple snipers, meaning you have to use several turns for... Typically it would be Alicia or another scout to come up here and try to take out as many of the snipers as possible so that they don't retaliate and just one-shot you. But that's only if you go up there. We're not going up there. So what we're just going to do is we're just going to use the Edelweiss to move forward and take everything else out.
Lieutenant Gunther, you may be able to move unseen using the trolley cars around town. Their path is fixed, and they can only fit one person. But they may get you behind the enemy.
They can. And in fact, if you wanted to take out the enemy ace, that's really the best way to do it, is using the trolley cars. But I'm not messing with the enemy ace. Mostly because the enemy weapons just really aren't that good. They're really just not. So I don't care.
Entering combat.
I just don't really care. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna
Hostile sighted.
move down here, and we're just gonna take out these scouts with the fact that we've got a big machine gun on our tank, and that's fine. That's just what happens. It's all right. We're good. We're good. And then we're just gonna keep moving with the Edelweiss. This is it. We are just going to move with the Edelweiss, and I'm gonna use one more turn to get us onto the bridge, and that's about as far as I'm expecting that we're going to be able to go. So we'll just end that phase. Really, all of our other troops are just going to stay at the base. No, they are not going to be used at all. Because what happens is the only way to get the tank to the rendezvous point, and you need to get the tank to the rendezvous point, because there's really no other way to deal with what's coming up, is there is a tank on the bridge to the north of us. We just saw it go vroom vroom and move. So there is a tank blocking the path here, so there's really no way you could get a infantry unit across it, because it would just get tore up by the tank's automatic machine gun. And then there's going to be another tank on this bridge surrounded by lancers, so there's no way to flank that at all. So there's really no point in using a lot of the infantry units, because you have to use a tank, because the tanks are going to be facing forward. So even if you use something like demolition boost, it's still going to take multiple turns with a lancer to attack it from the front. So if you're going to be using that much CP, you might as well just be using your tank anyway, because your tank's got to get there. So that's
Enemy sighted.
That's just how it looks to be working.
Be careful. If they get those searchlights on you, you'll be dodging mortars. Avoid the lights at all costs. If they find you, take evasive action immediately.
Yes, that's what we're going to do. If they catch us, we are just going to take evasive action. What we're going to do is we're going to wait for this one to actually get close to us, and then we're going to run into it so we can actually run
Enemy sighted.
to the side there. And I can't see the tank, but there is a tank over there, so we're just going to say screw that, and
here we go.
we're going to just keep moving forward.
Gotta love nature.
That's the point. And there's going to be another searchlight there. Alright, so we've finally come in range of the tank, so let's shoot the tank. Again, 3 shots to kill it is what's going to happen. And I'm going to just take it out, and then we're going to wait for the searchlights to move. Because, fun fact, the searchlights will not move on the enemy turn. So I'm just going to wait for these searchlights to pattern out. However, there is that mine there, so we do have to be careful about that. Alright, and end turn, and we're going to do this again so that we can get on the bridge and try to avoid one of the searchlights the best we can. Tank is down. That's one huge threat just completely out of the way. And I probably should have killed those shock troopers, because they are going to come after me. But since I need to get on the bridge, I can take out one of them. So we'll do this, as you are shooting at me, and I just do not like that. So you can just die. I'm tired of you. Go away. Go away. Alright. And crap. I now do not think I can get out of... Oh, it's targeting there. Okay, so I'm actually going to use my last CP to make sure I get just a little bit more out of the way. Oh, that was sheer luck. That's where that targeted. Okay, so enemy phase. Anyone gonna come after me? Alright, so we've got a Lancer coming after me. Okay.
Damage minimal.
A little bit of body damage, that's okay. Alright, so, and this shock trooper's gonna come up from behind me and throw a grenade at me.
Underminer fire.
And the shock trooper took damage because of it too. How wonderful for him. That's brilliant, is what that is. And the Lancer's gonna try to attack again.
Underminer fire.
Take some damage. I'm gonna hate having to deal with him. And then one of the bad guys is just gonna go up that way. I'm gonna try to make it toward my base for whatever reason. And mortars are gonna come raining down. That's fine. We're good. Alright.
Entering combat.
Time for us to have some fun. Alright, so we've got this guy here. And we're just going to take him out. Because I really don't like having these guys in my face. And I'm just going to move over here. And there is going to be another Lancer hidden in the grass here. And I'm pretty sure this will hit him. Yep. And he just kind of bounced right into me. So I'm going to move kind of out of the way here. And end the turn. We're going to use this again so that we can kill him because he's behind us and that could really just one-shot us. And let's take him out. And there we go. Perfect. So now we can move forward a little bit more. And there's going to be searchlight on that. There's going to be another tank over there. We can't quite see it yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and end this phase. Because there's only so much I can do at the moment. So here's hoping that we can do that. So he's just going to run back over that way. It's fine. I don't care. You run away. Because they're not going to do anything else. Alright. And we have a ton of CP.
Here we go.
However, it's not really going to do us too much good, because we are going to need it. Yeah, the mortar's set to fire. We're not going to be on the bridge, though, if we can avoid it. So we are just going to take out the tank.
Underminer fire.
Take out the tank the best we can, because this is going to take a little while. So, and just keep shooting it in the face. And where is... Okay, so I'm actually out of range of that mortar, so that's fine. Even if we don't kill it, take it out this round, which may not happen, because I still have to deal with both of these Lancers. So I'm just going to come over here and get a little bit closer to them. And I'm just going to take a turn to kill these guys, because I really don't like these guys right in my face like this. I do not like that. I mean, you can't really blame me. That's not a good place to have enemy Lancers when I've got a tank. Alright, so we'll end the current action and
Entering combat.
Kill him. In fact, am I still too close? No, I'm fine. So you are going to die. There we go. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. So, we'll end the turn, end the action, and this will be a slightly long episode, but yeah, because we've got, he's going to come up, and he probably won't get into range. No, he won't. So we are, well, there's also a story at the end of this. Okay, so I'll go ahead and end it once my turn starts up, and, yeah, barely dodged that one. So yeah, I'll go ahead and end it here, and we'll finish the mission, because there's going to be stuff afterwards, because I think we should still get an A rank, so I think we're going to qualify for a new award. And then there's the story at the end where we meet our contact. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next installment. Till then, later everyone.